Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a Golden State Warriors fan. We just got some crazy news today that when talking about this offseason, talking about free agency, the Warriors want Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. Hearing this rumor, I'm just like, oh my goodness, Steph and Kawhi on the same team, that would be unstoppable, and honestly, it's not impossible. So if you're a Golden State Warriors fan and you want to know more about this, you're gonna love this video. But quickly, before I get on the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the Warriors' ultimate plan.
From his standpoint, he did a great job of, coming to me and telling me how he feels before he signs the contract. Just for my situation right now, I'm just focused on this season. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm going anywhere else or staying here, but I'm just focused on the season. And, obviously if I stay healthy, the best decision is to decline a player option, but that doesn't mean I'm leaving or staying. I'm focused on the season, like I said. We'll talk about that when the time is right.
Alright, Warrior fans everywhere, you guys better get off your seats because in today's video, we're going to be talking about something very interesting. The possibility of Kawhi Leonard joining Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson on their 2022 NBA championship run. I believe this team would be absolutely disgusting. Kawhi Leonard will be entering this offseason with a player option, which means ultimately he can opt in, but if he chooses to opt out, it means he'll be a UFA, an unrestricted free agent. I woke up today and I saw this report from Evan Massey, and he says this: the Golden State Warriors are expected to look into pursuing Kawhi Leonard in free agency if he is open to leaving the Clippers. Sources tells Hoop Analysis Net it's a long shot, but something to watch. I believe this 100% is something for us Warrior fans to keep an eye on. When talking about the Warriors this season, we all know what's going on with them right now. They're kind of struggling. They're even fighting for a playoff spot. As I'm making this video, the Warriors have a record of 25-28, which ranks them as the 10th seed in the West, and if they continue to lose games, they might not even make the play-in tournament. Even if the Warriors ultimately make the playoffs, I don't believe their team is good enough this year to make any noise in the playoffs, but one thing's for sure, next season, the Golden State Warriors are going to be a completely different team, and if they get Kawhi Leonard, they're going to be amazing. When talking about Kawhi this year, Kawhi is having an amazing season. But I'm going to say this, he's having a quiet season because the Clippers this year, they don't want to be on top of every news page like last year and ultimately end up failing in the playoffs, just like last playoffs. But I do believe this, that the Clippers are one of the best teams in the NBA, they're one of the best teams in the Western Conference, and have a great chance of going all the way to the Western Conference Finals and possibly facing the Lakers. For us NBA fans to see the Battle of LA. But if you guys just heard in that Kawhi interview, he states himself that when talking about this year's free agency, he is not even thinking about it. He just wants to focus on this year. If I were to be completely honest, when an NBA player usually says that, it means they are probably going to opt out of their player option, test open free agency, but I'm not saying he's going to leave the Clippers, I'm just saying Kawhi might just test the waters. And when talking about the Warriors next season, when they get Klay Thompson back, they're going to be more healthy, more ready, and Stephen Curry is ready for another playoff run, Kawhi Leonard actually might be thinking about joining Dub Nation. A few days ago though, we got a report that when talking about Kawhi, he is more likely to extend his stay with the Los Angeles Clippers unless something big happens. I do believe this though, Kawhi's future with the Clippers all depends on this year's NBA playoff run. If they ultimately lose in the second round again, or don't even make the conference finals, I do believe that's going to be a big factor on why Kawhi ultimately leaves the Clippers. But from the looks of it, the more likely chance is if he stays with the Clippers and not go to the Warriors. We all know Paul George, his partner, just signed a contract extension, and in the interview that I just showed you guys, Kawhi basically said that the reason why Paul George signed his extension is because he believes Kawhi will as well. So from the looks of it, for you LA Clippers fan, this is a likely scenario. But if you guys know the NBA, I'm gonna be honest, anything is possible, decisions can be changed, and of course, when it comes to free agency and money, anything could happen. The Warriors know that next season, they have to be competitive as they don't want to waste another Stephen Curry prime year, and that's why targeting one of the best free agents in free agency of Kawhi, it's the best thing they can do. They have to at least try. And that's why for this video, I'm going to be talking about the Warriors and how they can ultimately do it, their ultimate plan, their step-by-step process of landing the claw to play alongside Steph. The first way the Warriors can get Kawhi is simply through open free agency, where Kawhi just signs with the Warriors. I'm gonna say this though, this is nearly impossible, only because the Warriors right now don't have any cap space to sign Kawhi. They have players like Steph, Draymond, even Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson getting paid a lot of money. That's why I don't believe they can offer Kawhi a lot. So if Kawhi wants to go to the Warriors for a cheap contract and take a pay cut to win a championship is almost guaranteed, but the financial point of view is not going to be there. And with Kawhi being a superstar in the NBA today, he's not going to take that. He wants financial stability, and of course the place he signs has to be competitive. The Warriors right now can only offer him the competitive point of view, not the financial point of view. So this first option, it's very unrealistic. Kawhi Leonard will not be signing for a cheap deal, not even the mid-level exception. But that's why I believe the second scenario is the most likely option, and that's the Warriors doing a sign and trade with the Los Angeles Clippers, and I believe this is the most likely scenario if Kawhi has interest in going to the Bay Area. For this to ultimately happen, Kawhi has to speak with the Clippers front office that he won't be re-signing, and he wants to do a sign and trade with the Warriors, and then the Warriors could potentially offer the Clippers a package that could land Kawhi. In my opinion, if the Warriors want to get Kawhi, this is going to have to be the package they must offer. It's the Warriors offering up Andrew Wiggins. He has to be there for salary matching. I do believe the Warriors have to offer up James Wiseman, their young future center. And of course, they also have to offer up maybe Jordan Poole and also their 2021 NBA first round draft pick, which is the Timberwolves. We all know this year the Wolves are one of the worst teams in the NBA. They have a high chance of getting a high draft pick in the NBA draft. That's why the Clippers are going to want that pick. Ultimately, if they lose their superstar, I believe this is possibly the only way scenario they can ultimately land Kawhi. I know a lot of you Warrior fans out there are saying, do not trade James Wiseman, he is the future, but I don't know guys, if it's to get an NBA champion, a two-time finals MVP of Kawhi Leonard, giving up James Wiseman to bring Dub Nation another championship, honestly, it's a pretty good idea. The Warriors would be a new dynasty and have a new super team. Imagine a starting lineup of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, and maybe Kevon Looney, or signing a pretty good center in free agency, maybe DeMarcus Cousins, maybe JaVale McGee, maybe Dwight Howard. The Warriors would simply be a dynasty once again, and Dub Nation would be at the top of the Western Conference, not like they are this year. I do believe Kawhi Leonard going to the Warriors, it's not realistic, but it's not impossible. Kawhi has to have interest, and the Warriors have to be ready to give up some assets in a sign and trade. But oh boy guys, if this plan ultimately happens, this ultimately is the case of how Kawhi joins Dub Nation, I do believe they're gonna be better than the Lakers and even the Brooklyn Nets. There are some rumors out there though, that if Kawhi opts out of his contract, a team like the Los Angeles Lakers will also be pursuing him. We all know this, the Lakers are going to try to be competitive even next year if the Brooklyn Nets seem unstoppable. Trying to recruit Kawhi Leonard might be a good plan for the Lakers, but the Warriors should also go for him as well. What would you guys like to see? A big three of LeBron, AD, and Kawhi, or a Steph, Klay, and Kawhi? That's a pretty good question. But ultimately guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about the Golden State Warriors and their ultimate plan on getting Kawhi Leonard. What's most important to me is what are your thoughts? Do you believe Kawhi should join Dub Nation? Do you believe it's realistic? Do you believe it's going to happen? Put your thoughts down in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!